Hi.
Hello. I'm live, by the way. So you
Yeah,
know.
I'm like, yep, you're alive. I
Yep.
figured. Hi, stream. Hello.
I don't actually know if anyone's in stream yet, because it literally just started. Alright, yeah, no, nobody,
Do
I don't
you
think
have
anyone showed
the?
up yet, but...
Do
Well, you're
they like?
here.
Do they like post after you're done streaming?
Well, like in Discord?
No, like when you're done streaming, does it like the VOD get like
I upload
archived
it
or
to
something?
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that answers my question.
I could technically also tell Twitch to automatically make my VOD live, but they disable that every single time that they detect anything that might be copyrighted music, and I've given up on continuously rechecking that box.
All
Hey,
right.
Ben! So yeah,
Hello,
So I just keep a local copy of the VOD and then I upload it to YouTube, which takes like 12 minutes.
Yeah,
Which is impressive considering sometimes it's like 5-6 hours of video, but...
Yeah. So you're coding today. I'm not watching the stream. I'm just like, hi.
Yeah.
Hi and hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Kirtan, and hi, everyone else in the stream that I cannot see.
So, the project that I'm working on is basically this. So, I have frustration.
What are you programming in?
C#.
Unity?
No. Just straight C# console project. Basically, what happens is every time I want to go and poke the files of a video game, say My Summer Car, I want to go into the compat data, because Linux, I want to go into the compat data, which is where all the save files and everything for a game is stored. That's fine, totally fine, except that the compat data is stored in the compat data folder under the game's app ID. So if you don't know what the app ID is, then you don't know what folder to go to. So you end up having to go back to Steam, go to the store page, find it in the URL, all kinds of bullshit.
Yeah.
But technically everything you need is already stored on the file system, in the VDF and ACF files. So I'm going to make a program that reads those and makes a folder called by name that basically just has all the games listed in that folder by name. And it's just, you click it and it takes you to the correct folder with a symlink.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. And my plan is to make it MIT and put it on, well, yeah, MIT. I think MIT, depending on if I end up having to deal with any licenses for any libraries I might use. But short of that, it'll probably end up being MIT, and I will be putting it on GitHub.
Nice.
And for the people on YouTube, I'll remind me if I don't, but it should be linked in the description. So yeah.
I've been playing this silly game called Death's Door.
Fair enough.
I play as a crow, a raven. One of the two. But not even like an anthropomorphic one, just like the actual bird with a sword.
Trying to remember how you get the home directory. Let me... Oh, you know what? No, it lives in the config folder, doesn't it? No, it lives in .local. Never mind. Here we go. How does it not know how to access that? So it's fine there, but it's not fine there? Oh. That's why. I forgot the string in the static read-only Steam directory. Let's actually make this an interpolated string. And then it's going to be .local share Steam apps. Call it Steam apps because I think that's the main directory I'm gonna need there. To make sure I got that right. So if I just copy and paste this, it should... Yep, that's correct. Perfect. I just need to directory.get files. Wow, it just auto-suggested I delete everything. That's not what I wanted, but fair enough. Although I do like that there is just a for each function, so I'm gonna use that. I don't imagine I can just... Huh. Well, either way, I'm not gonna do that. I haven't run into that before. Oh, but you know what? I don't want to read those yet, actually. I want to get a specific file. String... library file equals file.readAllText Steam apps plus I want to read library folders.vmf. Hey, Bren. And never, hopefully. Well, maybe someday. I don't know, but not for a while. By the way, drink of the day is tea, made with decaf tea bags and Splenda, so it doesn't really affect my blood sugar at all, or make me hyper. But it's also really good, so. You know what's weird is I had a blood sugar spike at like 2 p.m. I have no fucking idea why. I didn't eat anything. It was so random. Anyway. Helps if I do that correctly. Oh, I get it.
Now this is a boss fight. This is a final boss fight right here. Though this one does have checkpoints. Oh, nope, never mind. Yay.
Oh, right, I forgot. Wait, what am I doing? I should be using path.combine for that.
I'm like, it has checkpoints. I'm like, darn. This is gonna be super easy. I'm like, nope. Let's start over from the beginning. Yay.
So, Bren, the idea of this is it's going to take all of the games on my system that have compat data folders, which are in here. See how they're organized by their app ID? I'm going to create a folder in here called by name, and inside I'm going to have a link to each of these folders, symlink specifically, with the name of the game instead. So I can just go into by name and go to My Summer Car. And it's going to dynamically generate that when paired with a systemd service automatically. It'll delete the existing links, create new ones, add and remove as the state of the library changes using a watcher, probably. Or possibly just a timer. Either way. Why did that not split it? Because that's the first... What? What is that character? Like, at the very least, it should be removing... Like, I should be getting a ton of blank strings in here, but, like, what I'm concerned about is the fact that it's not splitting that. And it should be. So why is it not? What am I doing wrong? Okay, I'm googling splitting string note working in C# and I'm getting splitting psychology, C++ programming / all chapters, splitting in borderline personality disorder, BPD splitting, which is borderline personality disorder, C++ / programming languages. What are these results, Google? What the hell? These are not relevant at all to what I searched. Here's one for splitting strings in Julia. Here's 5 ways to deal with splitting from the Wellness Society. That's not what I Googled. I mean, I even tried copying it from here, though. But also, as far as I know, it should just be, like... Here it's a tab, okay.
Motherfucker. I fucking love this. Oh my god, I have not done I've not played against a final boss this good since Splatoon 1.
Perfection.
Oh yes. Like, you know about the Splatoon 1 boss fight, right?
Nope, I have never played Splatoon. I have never owned a Switch.
Splatoon's on the Wii U.
I also technically never owned a Wii U.
Yeah.
Also, can I just point?
The Wii U. What?
Sorry. I just want to point out that Ryder was smart enough when I pasted a tab in to turn it into a /T, just automatically. Thank you, Ryder, for being amazing. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Apparently the Wii, like you know how like Nintendo consoles, like the first one, like the Wii would come out and then the next would have like a gimmick. The Wii U's gimmick was not selling apparently.
Well, the problem with the Wii U wasn't that it didn't that it had a bad gimmick. If it had, the problem was that everyone thought the Wii U was a fancy new controller for the Wii, a console from 2006. If you like,
I think the stats were also a bit off as well.
Well, the performance didn't matter. The Wii was underpowered when it launched. The Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 2, maybe 3, one of them, they both blew the Wii out of the water for performance. It was basically just a GameCube, which was also underpowered when it came out, with 2 more cores and like 8 times more memory. Like, it wasn't that much of an improvement.
Can't wait for the Gabe Cube.
Oh, I'm so excited for the GameCube. Alright, so, now I just need to store these.
The people who are gaming on laptops are going to be so excited for that. I'll send you a video. Remind me to send you the video about the Splatoon 1 versus Splatoon 2 final boss fight.
Alright. Alright, so now we have our paths. Next on the to-do list, I need to extract the app IDs, which by happenstance are here, but also...
I'm lowering my damage
Here.
a little bit, so I can get more ranged attacks off. Because the faster one is a little bit weaker. Fuck, I'm dead.
And I want to get app manifest _star.acf.
It's not as perfect as the Splatoon 1, but it's still, like, really good. But yeah, the Splatoon 1 final boss is, like, actually a perfect final boss fight.
I don't know why that isn't anything there. I just realized.
Glad I buffed my dexterity up to a really high amount. Which increases my cast speed.
Okay.
Speed meet. Yeah.
Compatibility seems to be Linux only thing. Absolutely, it is. Yeah, it's because that's where games that run in Proton, right, store their prefix inside of these folders. So you go to PFX. There's your drive C. Look, it's Windows with the System32 and everything. I mean, it's not really a System32, but here's the registry. Just a reg file. You could technically, you could merge this on Windows with a little bit of tweaking. I would seriously not recommend it. You would hose your install, but you could.
I think picking the one with a 2-hit combo is a great idea.
Probably.
Because anything more than that is way too risky. Now I'm gonna fetch you the video.
What I want to know is why. Why is it looking there for that?
And let me just get into your DMs.
Like, seriously,
Also,
though.
not...
Why is it doing this?
Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm gonna do a playthrough where I'm dealing half damage. The achievement is like called like Academy of Umbrellas because you use the umbrella as like your weapon, which does 50% damage.
The relative or absolute path to the directory to search. Which is what I'm passing. I'm actually, in fact, passing a absolute path.
Well, I'm not surviving. I'm at 1 health.
In fact, it's actually appending. It's actually appending the path to the the path that I'm trying to search to the end of the current directory, which is a bit broken. No, Linux doesn't use drive letters. That's not a thing. Windows is actually kind of unique in being multi-rooted. Basically, no other operating system has a concept of having more than one root directory. And even then, Windows technically doesn't either. Windows fakes it. Windows actually has a canonical root, which is your C, and then everything else is just mounted with invisible mount points and given drive letters for fun, basically.
Well, I got through that phase unscathed. If unscathed means coming in the same way I came out. Fuck. Now I'm dead.
But if I change directory to the one I want to search first, I'm not entirely sure that I can. Relative or absolute? It's not relative. It is an absolute path. Including... I wonder if it's getting tripped up by the quotation marks.
I'm gonna go with the one with less range but more attack speed.
Oh, I see. I'm using the wrong one.
Which allows me to get more
No, I'll just do this.
attacks in, which means more cast. You know what? That actually does work pretty well. Critan, would you ever want to do an archipelago?
I don't know.
It's a randomizer that is split across different games.
Oh, that sounds neat. Maybe not right now,
Yeah.
but...
Yeah, not right now, but like, I probably would want your help setting it up. There's a website though, and actual like defined tools.
Cool. But yeah, okay, so Bren turns out is getting tripped up by the existence of quotation marks. Go figure. I just need to filter for all the files that it's missing.
Okay, yeah, no, these daggers are way better. Like, the slightly extra range is good and all, but like the extra attack speed is phenomenal.
Oh, I know what's going on. Because it's getting that path, but that path doesn't include the... Let me double check this. I come back to library folders. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't... Okay, so I need to automatically append Steam apps to it. There we go. Got our ACF files.
That was fast. Now I'm at 3 instead of 1.
Alright, so games that exist in here then need to be read. Alright, so at this point we have our list of ACF files, right? So that does include things that are Linux native. I believe one of these... Oh, ACF files. I'm in the wrong folder entirely. Here. What's this one? This one's Steamworks Common Redistributables. I don't know if that one's Windows only. SteamVR is, though. At least this for... maybe... I don't know. This one? My Summer Car. My Summer Car is Windows only. Steam Linux Runtime. That's definitely Linux only. It has an app ID of 1070560, which should not exist in here. 1070. Yep, doesn't exist in here. So I need to... I'm going to extract the app ID. The concept of driver letters is kind of problematic since you potentially run out of letters. Windows gets unhappy if you go above 26. However, Windows does freely allow you to mount your drives to folders. So you could have as many drives as you want, as long as they're not lettered. Basically the same way as Linux.
Oh, that's how you escape that.
Pretty much, yep. In typical Windows fashion. Now, in absolute fairness to Microsoft, that was a carryover from DOS, which was a carryover from another operating system that was implemented by a guy when they bought DOS they bought DOS after selling to IBM and already had a very basic concept of a drive letter. It was extremely basic though at that time. And that was copied from, like, some weird, I think, Unix implementation. It was... Drive letters in Windows have their roots in, like, the 70s. It's... yeah.
As a final boss, and as an advocate for good game design, holy fuck. I'm not even done yet, and I love this so much.
Sometimes 4 times 6, sometimes 6, huh? Okay.
I'm out of spells, but not like I can do anything right now. Oh, that... Oh, man. Fuck. Dead again.
I mean, technically I should rename a lot of this, but this is just me figuring stuff out.
Hang on, I gotta go.
Alright. Why not make a music for my summer car that isn't bad? That's called the FFmpeg, and it's like 3 lines. If you want to add effects, maybe you can add some more lines, but it's not that big of a deal. Hmm. Why did it copy the letter E? Oh, okay. Why? What is 2708880? American Truck Sim. Why does American Truck Sim have weirdness? Oh, DLC app ID! That's DLC! I mean, that should have fixed it. Honestly, what I should do is I should just ignore it if it's a DLC, because that is something I don't need to worry about. DLC is just a thing that I don't need to worry about. Okay. Oh, right. There we go. You know what? I should do this again. Sure, just typo, I guess. Alright. So, the other thing that we need to get from this is the name. We need to acquire the name. How am I going to associate these? Also, I wish... Can I make this go away? This is very irritating. It's too big for the console size I'm using, so it's visible on stream. Let me see. I mean, I get why it's there. I just wish it was smaller. Okay, so we're getting the app ID. If I recall how break works correctly, that should just make it automatically skip the next section here. So that's fine. But this doesn't... Yeah, okay. This should do what I think it does. So I need to acquire the name, which is lowercase. And it should be 1, 2, third index. Let's copy this. Alright, now I just need to check. So this should be the app ID of Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe on Steam. Oh, not what I was looking for. Two, 8, 5, 3, 1. Oh, yep, that's correct. The Atari Winter Sale. Unironically, actually not. No, I was telling a friend about a, Okay, so... the voice actor that plays Vector... Right? The voice actor that plays Vector in that game, the synth, the red synth, just so happens to also be the voice actor that plays, what's it called? Gabriel in Ultra Kill.
Hi, my name is Vertex. Machine. I'm sorry, my shell is so hard. But it does change colors.
Break you apart, splay the core of your profane form across the stars. I will grind you down until the very sparks cry for mercy. My hands shall relish, ending you here and now. That's the best you got.
Hi.
But yeah, that's why I had that up. Because Gabriel is voice acted by the same person. Ain't that wild? Alright, so we shouldn't have any situations where there's like a name and then no ID and vice versa. Alright, I don't see one, so I'm going to assume that's good. Okay, how else would I have that particular video on hand, Bren? How else would I have that video on hand? Come on now, don't be silly. Uh-huh. Oh, we do? Did they update the trailer? This ain't the trailer. What are they smoking? I am disappointed in Atari for this. Damn it. You know what they should have put as the trailer? I legitimately cannot find it on YouTube. Well, here's the trailer for the second game.
Make people sick. Just one of the fun things you can do with the Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 Combo Pack and the Time Twister Expansion Pack. Rated everyone.
Alright. Now, we have the name and we have the ID. We need to make sure that the ID exists in the compat data folder. Of each location. Okay, so that means I'm in the location. I need to remember what the location is. So I'm in the Steam Apps folder, which means I need to add compat data. Thank you.
My kids lost their lunch on that roller coaster you built. I thought they'd like the
What a VHS. What was that logo? Hey, I gotta go back frame by frame. That is not how the logo ended up. God damn. Like, yes, this is the deluxe version, but that's basically the original logo. Which, for the record, I think the second game's use of blue instead of black actually looks way better, but the first one looks a lot more formal. So it really depends on your taste. And then there's Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, which is, in a sad state. What the fuck? There's not even a logo, guys! Like, come on, Atari. I mean, you've lost the rights to it. So you're not even, like, Atari can't actually update this anymore. I'm pretty sure, can you even still buy this version? I don't think you can. No, you can't. No, the only way to buy this anymore, and by the way, you notice it doesn't say Atari anywhere here. It used to. Atari stopped paying Frontier, and Frontier sued them and got the exclusive rights to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So now if you want to buy Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, you actually have to buy the complete edition. Which, honestly, is actually an upgrade, because they got to put in some patches that they made after the launch of the game that Atari never launched. Things like widescreen support. Oh my god! Did they put Miku in the game? Knockoff brand safe Miku? I think that's what they did. Also, wait, hang on a second. Since when is there fucking concerts in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3? But yeah, from the developers that brought you Planet Coaster, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 was the game they made first. And yeah, it worked out well. Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. For people that don't have the first two games, I'd say go get the originals. But if you're if you're on a cell phone, if you're on, you know, a platform where you're not on the, you know, an x86 PC, this is the one to get. You can use it for OpenRCD 2. You can, which is very cool. But it's very much the first and the second game ported to Android and then ported back to PC. Which is wild, because that means that they did the same process as OpenRCD 2 did. To essentially take the assembly, turn it into probably C++, and then recompile it. Like, wild. Not sure if it's worth $20. Yeah, Zemat, by the way, OpenRCD 2. So his allegiance is there. Like, it's actually an extremely good port of the game, to be very, very clear. Like, this is a great way to play the game. It fixes a lot of little issues the originals had. And it's just good. It works better. It works properly on modern systems. It's a good way to go. Hey, thank you for the follow. Alright, now, compat data was... Location... Oh, you know what? Don't use string and... Path.combine location... And... compat data. And I want to check the ID. Why is that wrong? By not being initialized for accessing. I guarantee you it's initialized for accessing. There is no situation in which in which ID is not initialized, but fine. Unless you've got some corrupted ass files, there is no situation where it's not already initialized. You know what I just realized? By breaking when it gets to that, I don't know if ATF makes it in. I should check that. Okay, it does. We're good. I don't know why there's so many new lines, but Portal, Half-Life, Alex, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, SnowRunner, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Why is there so many new lines? Is it just gonna spam beep at me? Yes, it is. So, IDs that don't have names are beeps? Or are blank, but do make it in? Hang on a second. Just gonna do that. No, wait, not location. I'm gonna call it... Compat data game path. I also want to... that. I have questions. Why is it comparing against that when there's no situation where it should be getting through to that point and also not have an app ID? What is going wrong? Yeah, the scroll back is not long enough. Alright, so we've got a list of IDs. But, okay, but as soon as we do that, there's a bunch of blank ones. What is happening? How are we ending up in this situation here? Because if I do... that... Hey, Tommy! If I do it like that, every single one is paired up properly with an ID and a name. Oh, hang on. What do you want to bet it was that? Nope. That wasn't it. Why is it doing that? Why, oh why? Because it shouldn't be. There's no situation where it should be getting past both these ifs and having nothing in name or ID. And I can check that by checking if they print, which they do. Because if we look, like, Restory Playtest, which is, by the way, a really good game. It has this app ID, that's its name. So why? What am I missing? What is different about inside these ifs versus out of? Because they do set the ID and name. And then immediately afterwards, there's a whole bunch of empty ones. Why? Why? Okay, so why are we not getting the ID number out now? Because the ID should exist here. Because the ID is set there. Set there. And in fact, that is printing that variable that it was set right there, which is defined there. What's the disconnect? Why is that not working? Because this verifies that it is being written to the ID. But then I get to here and it's blank. Where's my ID going? What's the step-by-step? It's been so long. Where's the hotkeys, Ryder? Where's my stepping execution? There it is. Step over, step into, step out. How about just step next? Where's that one? There we go. Oh. I get it now. Because it'll never be app ID and name at the same time. So my logic here is completely wrong. Okay. I get it now. I can't believe it took me that long to figure it out. If I do that... and do that, and get rid of that. There we go. Figured it out. I'm just a dumbass. Oh my god. I can't believe it took me that long to work out that, oh, because they're never the same thing and they're racing it between loops. Well, I got there in the end. That's what matters. You know what I should do? I swear, sometimes I cannot type. Alright. Alright, I want to here. So here I have access to Steam apps. Steam apps is the Steam apps directory. I want to dive into compat data. If I made a compat data, I mean, I definitely have it right here. Do that up here. Why not? Oh, wait, because I can't. Oh, I can use a variant of it, though. If the directory doesn't exist, directory.create directory. There's the by name folder. Just wondering if I can tell it to run it as a non-debug project, but that's fine. I don't care that much. Also, I don't know if it's going to show up as a... Huh, I didn't even consider that. I don't know if it's going to come up as a file or a directory. Let's make a symlink and find out. Right. ln-s. There we go. Alright, that takes me to my home directory. Now how does that appear in here? Also, can I just point out, I just made a symbolic link to that, which claims that it should be a link to my home directory, which is fine. But what I'm curious about is, would that change if I was logged in as somebody else? Would that change? Would that point to their home directory? Because that would be cool if true. Well, it looks like it's a hard link, so... Well, not a hard link, it's a symbolic link, but you know what I mean. Okay, so it does count as a directory. Got it. Actually, I don't know. Can I? Can I just delete this unlink? Is that a thing I'm allowed? Oh. Will that work? That should work. That's how you delete a symlink. It's a file operation, not a directory operation. Okay, so at this stage, okay, let me think this through. So we have the ID and that, the name, which means compact data game path is the complete path to that. So that's our target. Yep, compat data game path. Compat data by name. What? Path.combine name that almost worked. It created an invalid symlink. Okay. Why is that broken? Because that doesn't exist. And that isn't... doesn't have access to that. I'll deal with the fact that it made an invalid one later. Right now, I want to work out why it couldn't access this path. That does exist. Oh wait, am I compat data game path is compat data plus? Oh, that's not what I wanted because that isn't a thing. I am deleting the wrong one. Oops. Already exists. Presumably... There we go. And these ones don't actually exist. Which makes sense. Don't know why... Okay, let me think. That is... I don't know why that one's not there. Oh, because it's it's Linux. It's a Linux. Okay, I completely forgot that they ported it to Linux. Damn. Okay. Alright, so now I just need to add a catch for if if it doesn't exist, the directory that we're going to be linking to. Alright, no more invalid links. Perfect. Interesting that Proton itself has such a directory. Just kind of in a weird position, I suppose. You know what I should do is I should delete all the links in there by default. You know what's funny is that someone watches the video earlier to the back of the part where I was struggling with why is this not working. They're gonna be, and if they know how to program, they're gonna be screaming at the monitor like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You can do this, but what?" Okay, so why is it not deleting it? Because this should be deleting. Hmm. Why does it not have any issues until it gets to restory? Oh, because Oh, I just realized something else I'm doing that's a mistake. I am currently deleting every single symlink, every single loop. Oops, okay. You know what I can do? Oh wait, no, I have to delete everything inside it, but I don't want it recursively deleting everything inside it. So, all right. So why did I not delete anything? It found no files. Okay, we're good. It's making all the links, it's deleting them cleanly, and because I'm doing it here, I'm giving it time to actually, you know, file system to sync. Something I've noticed a long time ago is you can end up with situations like race conditions in your file system if you do things too close together. It's kind of annoying. Only specifically if you're acting the same file, you know? Alright. I think it works. Oh, you know what? I need to make a readme, don't I? Let's do file via chat. Join.local share Steam. There we go. And then add file, create new file, license, MIT, create, commit, git pull. There we go. And there we go. One oddly wide GitHub. Why is it so wide? That was weird. I mean, it was nice. I kind of would love GitHub to be wider, you know, use the real estate, but that was weird. Let's make a flake fort, shall we? I'm gonna find the template here. Or that, yeah, okay, fair enough. Let's just try this again. This is loading very slowly. And there is no NuGet depths here. You know, fair enough. I don't know why I expected that to work. Because I forgot the closing bracket. Does it actually require a... What is it missing? Fair enough. Why is it talking about fetch depth script? That's not super helpful. You know what? I've got other projects that already do this. I can just go hunt them down. Oh wait, I can do that. 10. The executable is Steam by name. Oh, .NET. Nix run. Package.nix does not exist. Oh. Nix is very particular about such things, and it would very much demand that it has that there. Okay. Nix build for me. And I'm going to add results to the list of ignored. There it is. Cool. All right. I think that's about it. I think that's about all I need to do on this. So, given that, I hope everyone's had a good time. Hope you've enjoyed the chill music. It's been fantastic. And, have a good night. I hope to see bug reports. You never know. Have a good night.